Your DJ. Happy Monday. Can't believe it's already Monday. Last week went by so fast. Hope you guys had an amazing holiday week. I had a great time with the family. Absolutely loved my time. I loved all the food. I loved everything about it. Anyway, just wanted to hop on here and do a little live with you guys, with the crew. I'm back in my office in the car. Hello there, you guys. My live yesterday was pretty funny because we almost had a live for an hour. Hello there. And it just started getting darker and darker and darker. I'm like, I did not plan this very well at all. So by the end of the thing, I had the light shining on me. I couldn't see the comments anymore. Hello there. Happy Monday, you guys. Where are you guys from? Where are you guys hanging out today? Hello. I see some familiar faces on here. You guys having a good Monday so far? I sure am. Back to the routine. I kind of like the routine. Getting back to it. December 1st started today, you guys. I was just in Starbucks and all the Christmas music was on. It's already starting. It's like madness already. Anyway, hello. Iowa here, shoveling snow. Okay. I actually have my family lives in Colorado. Let me take a sip. My family actually lives in Colorado and they got some snow too. So a little late. Hello there. You're from Dallas, Texas. Love Dallas. Are you a SMU guy or a TCU guy or a Dallas Cowboy guy or all of the above? Texas has some great sports. Love Texas for your sports and barbecue. You guys have some great barbecue as well. Hello there. Prosperity and good success to you as well. You guys are so awesome. I love this crew. I say it every time. Anyway, you guys, show my notes. Look at this. This is so I don't forget anything, okay? And look, I'm old school. Is anybody else old school like me? When I was in school, I took notes. Yeah, you're like me. If I go shopping, I still write like notes. And then if I write, the process of writing it down, it makes me remember. So I almost don't even have to look at it. So it's just the way I learn. We all learn different, but I am always going to be old school, no matter how many technology and everything else. I love doing stuff the old school way. I'm a girl from the 80s. I mean, what do you expect, you guys? I mean, this would be what I would be doing, right? In class, I'd be writing little love notes, little hearts, writing my little name, writing my last name of the boy that I have a crush on and my name together. Hope I don't get caught. Anyway. All right, you guys, stopped at a Mexican bakery to stock up for the week. Okay. I know you guys are getting some cold weather. What year was I born? 1970. And this is what I typically look like, you guys. So on my lives, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm basically in sweats. So I know some people don't like it when I wear my hats and stuff, but this is just the way I am. Hello, you're back. Did I say I like you? If you're in the crew, of course I like you. Hi, Grandma. Oh, you're back as well. We go through this every single time. All right, where are you guys from? Tell me where you are from. I know we've got somebody, from Switzerland, got somebody from Texas, somebody from Iowa. I love the fact that I can read all the comments today. And like last night, like I said, the lighting was horrible and I couldn't see your comments. Dallas, West Texas. Okay, you guys, lots of people from Texas right now. I love it. That's awesome. You look at the gay lady. You know what? If you're calling me gay because I'm happy, then that is absolute fact. Okay, so if you're calling me happy, awesome. That's great. I don't know why you guys are so hung up on age all the time. Live your life. Enjoy every moment, precious moment that you have here in this world. That's what you guys should be focusing on, not how old somebody is all the time. It's ridiculous. Okay, you guys, age happens. Exactly. And if we're lucky, we get a big number when we're at the end of this journey, right? You get to live in your 80s or 90s or 100 maybe, with the way technology is going. Hi from Milan. Hello there. Another one from Texas. You guys all know each other. There's like 10 people from Texas right now. And we've got like 60 people that just jumped on and like a 10th of you are from Texas. I love it. You guys must love your music. So they are putting me with the right people. Of course, they do every time. All right, let me know where you guys are from. How's the weather in Texas, by the way? My son went to school there and it got really cold. I was actually shocked. He was shocked. They had snow on campus. You're also happy and very gay. You know what? There's nothing wrong with being gay. There's nothing wrong with being happy. There's nothing wrong with being happy and gay. Okay? So I'm all for happiness and good vibes. As you know, if you follow me, if you're a subscriber to this channel, that's our crew. We're all about good vibes, all about sharing the memories. Your memories matter, and we're cool. We're a super cool group of people. Right. How many happy and gay people are on this chat? It's so much better than the haters, right? Over the haters, I swear. Is Pedro there? In San Diego? Possibly. There's probably a lot of them, actually. Amazing Mexican food here, you guys. We have the best Mexican food, I'm telling you. Okay, so you guys, back to this whole, so funny. Again, Chilean, Dallas. Okay, where else are you guys from? I've got half of this crew is from Texas. They're living in Texas. Where are the rest of you guys? Afghanistan. Hello in Afghanistan. Yes, I'd rather be happy and gay than angry and straight. That's right. I totally agree. Happy people have it right, I would say. Definitely don't want to be angry in this world. Do I listen to any Michael Jackson? I'm not a huge Michael Jackson fan, and you guys aren't either. I basically take requests from you guys. You guys share the music. I'm just a DJ. So basically, like in the case of today, we shared a one-hit wonder today. Hi from Ireland. You guys are awesome. Panama, Pakistan. I've got an international crew. That's awesome. I love it. Music is a great uniter. It unites us, and no matter where we live, we can hop on YouTube and we can listen to some good albums, which I share in community every single day. So if you guys are not new to my channel and you don't know who I am, we share the music every single day. We're a Gen X music channel on YouTube, basically, and we have a best time. We have the best time. Happy Thanksgiving. You can barely see the road from the heat coming off of it. I don't know where you're from. My gosh. You're definitely not in Ohio where it's snowing. Anyway, you subscribe to my channel. Awesome. I love it. Oh, you want to know how you can unsubscribe? I don't know. Ask ChatGPT for that. Okay. That was clever because you didn't get blocked for that comment. So you guys are getting more clever with those. I have to give it to you for being clever. Anyway, hi from Panama. Hi from Finland. I love it. This is hi from South Georgia. Awesome, you guys. Okay, so we're into 1984 right now. I wanted to go over some of our ballads that are basically the contenders for the best ballad. I want to talk to you guys about those. And then I want to talk to you about our one-hit wonder that we featured today, another crew request, which was awesome. And turn up the radio. Do you guys remember that song back in the day? They say it's like the ultimate windows rolled down song. So do you guys remember like being in your car? I guess it was a cassette at the time. Who had the cassette? Autograph. That's right. They're considered a one-hit wonder. So, and they still to this day, they play that song. That song's played at sporting events, concerts, commercials. I mean, it was just, people love that song. And can't talk about ballads without mentioning the human nature from the thrill. Well, I know we are gonna get into a lot of ballads, you guys. We just had one competition for 1984, which started with REO Speedwagon against Foreigner. That was our first ballad battle, which happened the weekend before last. REO Speed. Sorry about that. My notifications, I thought I had them off. Anyway, so our first ballad battle, REO Speedwagon beat Foreigner. A lot of people were shocked about that, but if you I'm going to kind of get into the REO Speedwagon song and why it hit so many people. It was pretty incredible. So we're going to get into ballads, best battles as we grow this channel, as we continue on. So that was actually just the first one. And then what exactly is someone in their, what exactly? I don't even know what you're talking about with my car. Hi from Ohio. You guys, if I start reading your comment, it makes absolutely no sense, then I'm just not even going to finish it because it's just silly. Do I listen to any Whitesnake? I absolutely love Whitesnake. I saw them in the 80s. Incredible. I saw Whitesnake and Great White, actually. They toured together, and that was one of the best concerts I have ever been to. We love the 80s on my channel. We share it every single day. Like I said, I just take requests from you guys. That's what makes the channel so awesome. And we are growing. It's been amazing. I've only been doing this for a couple months. You got, like, again, I'm not going to read your silly comments. If you guys come on here and you try to be funny, you think you're a comedian, just go and try to get up, do some stand-up comedy. That's, to see if you're really that, brave of a person to like make silly comments. Why don't you go do some stand-up and see if people laugh at you or laugh you off the stage, basically. Anyway, you guys, okay, so, am I the tour manager of some sort? No, I'm just a fan of music like everybody else. That's why we started this channel, so we as fans can share the music every single day. I'm just like you guys. I talk about that all the time. I was born in 1970. I went through the 70s with you guys, went through the 80s, went through the 90s, and then music got not as great. So that's why we're going back in time. And we're going through all the music for the 80s right now. And we're doing 1984. So you like your shirt? Please return it to my brother. You know what? I love, this is actually a woman's sweatshirt, but I love wearing my son's sweatshirt. So if you guys are good husbands or boyfriends, you actually share your sweatshirts with your wives and your girlfriends, right? And sometimes you don't get them back, but that's the way it goes. So, yeah, if you don't believe in sharing your sweatshirts with your women, then, I highly recommend you start doing that, because it's, are you homeless? No, I am not homeless. But you know what? That's actually not something funny to actually joke about, because there are a lot of homeless people out there. And it's actually really a sad thing that to see people, especially as it gets colder. So I actually don't think I know, it's just, it's I like to read your comments, you guys. So sometimes I happen to read something that I think is a legit question, and then it turns out to be something that they're actually making fun of homeless people, which is not this crew in our channel. We don't really do that. So anyway, you guys, okay. So on a note, I just want to mention something, because we do have some people that are doing, making some silly comments. As this channel grows, we are going to do the public lives, which I have to deal with, some of these goofy people on here. I'm just going to call you guys goofy from now on. Okay. But then after the public lives, we go into a membership live, where we just, this is a hard stop. We do this for 30 minutes, and then we go to membership, and you're not going to deal with any goofy people or trolls or whatever you want to call them. Okay. Because it's ridiculous, and they're wasting your time, and they're wasting my time. So I will continue to do these public ones, because we get a lot of subscribers from these. People see us for the first time. They learn about the music. But really soon, we're going to be doing 2 lives a day. And you guys that are already part of the channel will not have to deal with any of this, okay? I can just share a little bit about kind of the goofiness with you guys, or not. We don't even have to talk about it. Okay, so anyway, you guys. So we are talking about the one-hit wonder, which is Turn Up the Radio, which we shared today, which is awesome. And the funny thing about this video, along with the other, or songs, I should say, is it was a big one for MTV. So a lot of the stuff that we did in 1984, we've been sharing, is music that was really big in 1984, which was really big on MTV. So MTV did a lot for these bands, and the bands that really kicked it into high gear were the ones that went, oh my gosh, I'm going to jump all over this MTV thing. And that's exactly what Autograph did. If you know, it was big on MTV, and that's why a lot of people got into it. And it actually is considered like the 80s national anthem. So anyway, I hope you guys liked that song today. If you're a subscriber to the channel, that was a request from you guys. And we are doing 3 more days, actually. So we've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We have 3 more days of 1984. So we are going to be starting 1985 on Friday, and we're going to have some more weekend battles, more ballads from 85, more heavy hitters from 85. So I'm actually really, oh, yeah. You know what? Don't even respond to the people in the chat if they're being negative or anything like that, because all they're trying to do is get attention, because clearly they haven't gotten much lately. So they just like to come on here. Some of these people aren't even real. So just totally ignore them, and just, we can talk about the music. We can talk about the channel, which is what I really want to do. And then you guys, if you guys are really annoyed by these people, the good news is they're not going to be on our crew pass and backstage pass lives after about a week. So you guys can just jump on those, and you're not going to have to deal with any of these goofy people. Okay. Hi from Tampa Bay, Florida. Hard Rocks. Yes. Got this. Everyone, do your thing. Yeah. Don't even, just ignore the goofy people. Okay. They like to come on here and they think they're cool. Kind of like in high school. They never really got over that. Hi there. We are just dealing with some goofballs. And actually just talking about how we are going to be doing, I don't want the subscribers to the channel having to deal with this and waste their time. So we're going to be doing some public lives, and then after the public lives, it's a hard stop at 30 minutes. And then we go into the membership lives, which you guys, a lot of you guys on the channel are just going to get into those. You guys don't really want to deal with this nonsense. Okay. Yes. So anyway, all right, you guys. So anyway, with our battles, we're actually battling. REO already battled Foreigner, totally beat them. And now Skid Row and Boston are actually battling right now to take the REO spot. So do you guys remember Skid Row back in the day, or Boston back in the day? I mean, those are two amazing ballads. And what I thought was really interesting about REO Speedwagon, Skid Row, and Amanda is they were all ballads, but they kind of dealt with a lot of the same things, a lot of the same emotions. So of course, when we were teenagers in the 80s, these songs were incredible for us. 18 in Life, or I Remember You, is I Remember You. So I Remember You is battling REO Speedwagon right now. Can't Fight This Feeling Anymore. And I have to tell you guys, Can't Fight This Feeling Anymore got 618 votes. Skid Row, I Remember You is already at 546. I think they're going to take the REO Speedwagon. I think they're going to take it from REO Speedwagon. So Skid Row sucks. They were really good back in the day. I saw Skid Row with Bon Jovi, Sebastian Bach. I actually know him personally. He's still incredible. He's still an incredible musician, incredible voice, great on stage. So, you know, the thing about music, and that's why we call these battles, is we don't always agree on music, and that's what's, you know, it's okay. In 1984, along with all the other years of music, you guys, we had so many music choices, and that was what was so great about the 80s is every single year, Skid Row, Winger, Bon Jovi, I mean, all of that stuff. I mean, there was ton. Hello there. We're just going through. We're actually having some battles about some 80s music right now, which is great. I love it, you guys. If you come on here and say that a band sucks, great. I mean, that's your opinion. You're entitled to your opinion. The great thing is, in the 80s, we had tons and tons and tons of great music to pick from. So, and that's why we're doing the music 2 weeks for every year, because there's tons and tons of it. So yes, we had Sammy Hagar back in the day. I played some Van Halen, actually, but it was David Lee Roth. That was the first day of 1984. So every live, I like to talk about some of the music of that year. And so like last week, we did Van Halen, we did Phil Collins. Who doesn't love Phil Collins? You guys can't say Phil Collins sucks. I'm telling you right now, like nobody can say Phil Collins sucks. Scorpions is in our heavy hitter battle right now. I'm going to be featuring the Scorpions on the Wednesday live, you guys. That's going to be pretty cool because they're up against Guns N' Roses and they're up against Motley Crue right now. So that's a battle. Now talk about people getting emotional about it. Way more than the ballads is the heavy hitter battle, which we're going to talk about on Wednesday. But that one is Phil Collins in Genesis. Yes, he was in Genesis, and then he had a solo career, and he actually sang for both, and he has great music with both. Bryan Adams, awesome. I shared Bryan Adams a couple days ago. You guys love your Bryan Adams. I shared the album, Bryan Adams album, in community. So if you guys are new to my channel, subscribe to the channel, get into the conversations, get into the battles. The battles are meant for disagreements, not really disagreements, because I'm not, promoting that, but I want people to have strong opinions about their songs. Okay. That's what's going to keep this fun. And then we are also going to have prizes involved. And depending on what it is, some prizes are going to be incredible. You might get a coffee mug. You might get a gift certificate to something like where you can go see a concert. So we're going to have lots of different things that you guys can win. And that's just to keep everything fun. And if you guys are new to the channel, some of you guys are maybe subscribers, but you don't know this. We have a new foundation called Rock Our Youth, where a portion of everything that I make from this channel, because it's YouTube, that's part of it. They run ads and that sort of thing. It's a great opportunity. We are going to be donating back to the youth. We are going to be gifting instruments to our youth, you guys. And there's a lot more that I'm going to talk about next year on that, and I'm going to need some crew support on that because I can't be everywhere. A lot of you guys have already expressed interest in joining me to do that. We're going to be doing some stuff with used instruments in terms of donations to underprivileged kids, maybe kids that are homeless, to the person that made fun of me for saying I was homeless, maybe some homeless kids in foster care, whatever. We are going to be gifting instruments to these kids. Okay. So that is what we are going to be doing. The tribe subscribed. I love it. Yeah. So we are the crew. That's what we say. Hello from Ireland. Hello there. Hi. Love our group of people, you guys. That's why I can get on these lives and deal with a couple goofy trolls, because it's so worth it to be able to come on here with you guys, talk about the music, talk about the memories, hear what you guys have to say about Skid Row, good or bad, whatever. And then what I also wanted to say is on the battles. Okay. So we talked about, the whole REO Speedwagon, I Can't Fight This Feeling Anymore. Actually, there's a funny story about that. So that album, or that song, was actually written, by someone that it was actually a true story. He fell in love with a girlfriend, so none of these, silly comments, okay? And he never told her for 10 years. So he had that song actually for about 10 years and didn't have really the courage to come out and actually sing the song. So hear the words out loud. So anyway, it's kind of like a love letter. So that's why you can hear it in the lyrics. Can't Fight This Feeling Anymore. It's actually a true story. So it's like the love letter that he could never really send. And I thought that was pretty interesting. So that's why, we hear a lot of these songs and we hear the words and we're like, wow, I can relate to that. That's because other people have experienced that too. Now let's move on to Skid Row a little bit. Okay, you guys, that one came out in 1989. So as you know, we do the battles. We start with 2 from 1984, and then we pick, the crew votes on 2 that go up against that one. So it could be in any year. And we picked Skid Row, I Remember You, okay? And we picked Amanda by Boston, which is the dark horse. And I'll explain to you why that's the dark horse of this competition, which still could pull it out, you guys, if you really think about it. So anyway, so Skid Row, it wasn't supposed to be a power ballad hit at all. Skid Row wanted heavy and aggressive. Shocker. I mean, if you know Sebastian Bach, if you've seen him in concert, if you've seen his videos, kind of that's his deal. And it's all about young, painful first love. Your first real heartbreak is basically that song. The person that you never truly got over. So I don't know about you guys, but when I hear that song, it takes me right back. And that is exactly what it is. It's literally not about the person that you never said I love you to. It's a person that friggin' crushed you, broke your heart, and you maybe still look back on those times and think, where is that person now? or I can't believe I messed that up that much. You guys, I'm sure, have the names, like the women out there, or the guys out there, you know, in some cases. On that note, you guys, something really exciting. So when I first started this channel, and this is not by my choice, but YouTube's choice, I would say 96% of my audience was male, okay? And a lot of the memories are guys talking about, you know, your first concerts and just, you know, guy memories for sure. But, you know, I was a girl back then and I hung out with guys. We all went to the parties and, you know, all went to the football games and, you know, all of that stuff. So I, you know, and had a lot of guy friends, and I know the music that the guys liked because that's the music I liked. Anyway, so when my channel first started, it was like 96% male. Okay. Well, now we've got 10% female on my channel. Okay, guys, I'm sure you're excited about that too. So if there's any women on this channel or on this live right now, I want you to be a part of this crew. So much so that I would love for you guys to collaborate with me on some of the shorts that I do. I think it'd be awesome. We also have a show coming up where I'm going to be asking for guest DJs, compensation, and all of that stuff. So guys and girls can be a part of that. I'll let you know more about that. But women, I would absolutely love to have you guys participate in a lot of this stuff. I think it would be a blast. Okay. And I'm sure the guys would love it if you guys could get into the comments and the conversations. Because, you know, there's so many great memories that all the guys are sharing. And it's awesome. So anyway, we are getting more and more women on this channel, which I think is going to definitely add a lot of value to it. You guys, especially, I'm sure you guys agree with that, right? So if you are a woman, you're on this live or you're watching this replay, send me a message. In my actual email address is in the description. If you are, you know, you have a YouTube channel or whatever, you want to be a part of what we're doing, let me know. And we'll have some of these lives and we'll have a couple ladies, you know, up here talking, and sometimes we'll have some dudes too. And I think that will definitely add to the experience. I'm trying to make this more of a experience for all of you guys to be a part of. So that was anyway something I wanted to share with you guys, which I was so happy to see. I'm like, yes, okay. Some women are joining the crew. I love it. John Cougar Mellencamp, Jack and Diane. Yes, I shared that a couple weeks ago. Incredible song. I mean, there's so many great songs from the 80s, you guys. We could go on and on and on. So anyway, back to Skid Row. It went 5 times platinum, you guys, and it was big on MTV. So again, MTV made these performers that really went out there and did the whole performance, made them stars, superstars. And if you watch the video, which I shared on the song, it's so 80s, I swear. It's just the long hair. Did you guys have long hair in the 80s? Did you guys do that? I know a lot of the guys that I hung out with, they started growing their hair out as the 80s kind of, you know, we got into it. I mean, most of the rock stars in the 80s had long hair. So I was just curious to see if you guys actually did that as well, or you just maybe wore them for Halloween and you just did it once a year. Absolutely. Okay. Especially you guys in bands. So my, like I told you, my ex was a drummer for Slayer back in the 90s. And he actually went to high school with me, but I didn't hang out with him because he was in the marching band. So he knew who I was. I did not know who he was. But if you look at pictures of him, I mean, he had such long, yes, no freaking way. Yes. So we reconnected back on Facebook about 15 years ago, I would say. And, yeah, he's the drummer for, he was the drummer for Slayer, in the 90s. And then, he was the touring drummer for Anthrax while I was with him for 8 years. Incredible guy. But anyway, my gosh. So he actually just, shared an MTV music video of himself. He was on the Headbangers Ball, I think, when he was with Slayer. And he not only had the long hair in a ponytail, but he had like a mohawk, no hair here, and like this long, oh my God. Oh, it was so funny. And I don't follow him. I'm not subscribed to his YouTube channel, but because he's in my contacts, he showed up on my feed, and I'm like, oh my gosh, John. And it was literally an MTV, it was like the Headbangers Ball or something, and his hair just cracked me up. Oh my gosh, what was his name again? John Deddy. He was a touring drummer for Anthrax when I was with him. He played for Slayer and Testament. And I think he's doing some really cool stuff, you guys, on YouTube right now. He's got some drum content, and I'm really, he's very talented. He's a left-handed drummer, self-taught, double bass. He's an awesome guy. So I don't know if you guys know who he is, but he's Testament. Yeah, he was with Testament. Great guy. Still close to my youngest son, and he helped me raise my kids after my divorce. Super great guy. So anyway, he had not only the long hair, but the mohawk, and yeah, no hair on the side. So he did it all. But he was in a band. So I mean, great drummer. He really is. And he's just very talented, and that's why a lot of these songs speak to me too, because musicians, it's a tough life to have a family at home and have a wife and have a girlfriend. You miss so much of being on the road. And I would see him perform just on his feed on Instagram at the time, and he was so full of life when he was on stage, and I was so happy for him. But he would be in Russia, and he would be in Germany, and he'd be in Australia, and he'd be in Spain, and God, where are some other places that were I would say Germany, probably he toured the most. Germany, they love their heavy metal festivals still. I mean, they have some of the best festivals in Germany. Anyway, yeah, anyone who played for Slayer and Anthrax and Testament has to be good. He's known for playing for Slayer and Anthrax on the same day at a Soundwave festival in Australia. He actually played for both Slayer and Anthrax back to back. So yes, Wiccan, that's it. Yeah. And so Anthrax played there, and John Deddy, that was his name, or that is his name, I should say. My ex. Let me get some water here. I don't even know why we're talking about him. I think it's because we were talking about the hair. And he is just a great musician that I know. And I know that they feel these lyrics when they're singing them. And a lot of times they're singing them to a crowd of all of us that are so appreciative, and their wives and their girlfriends and their families are back at home. And they make such a sacrifice for all of us. And do I miss him? I love him, and I care about him a lot. But when you're in love with someone that is so talented at what they do, and they're a musician, it's kind of in a way selfish for me to hold him back from that. And it's just unfortunately not the lifestyle that I want to live, in terms of somebody being gone for 8 weeks at a time and all of that. But he's an incredible guy. And if he was I don't know, an insurance salesman, we'd probably be together. But he's not an insurance salesman. He's an incredible kick-ass drummer. And so that's where he needs to be on that stage. So anyway, I thank you for asking me the question, though, you guys. They get their reward. So back to that reward. You would think that they make a lot of money. You would think that they make way more money than they actually do. And especially after the albums, all the streaming and everything happened, you'd be surprised. Everyone thinks it's rock star lifestyles and all of that. It's not all that. And again, there's a lot of sacrifices, and there's a lot of a career path that they could have chosen that maybe they would have made a lot more money, if you really look at it, than the short career in a lot of ways, or the instability of a music career in a lot of ways. You got to kind of look at that. So what is happening? We were actually just talking about my experience with a musician, you know, being with somebody that was on the tour, and you do event security. Awesome. So, you know, and, you know, a lot of times they think all these rock stars or whatever are, you know, partying after the concert. It's not the case either. You know, they just go back to their bus and chill out, and a lot of them don't drink. So yeah, you saw Dave the Snake solo at Denny's in South Carolina. I love it. Yeah, I mean, these guys, and the other thing is, after, you know, the album sales and all that, they didn't make money there. They had to make money with touring and merch. And that's why these guys, a lot of them, well, number one, they don't ever want to give up what they do, because they genuinely love what they do. And they love getting the feeding off of the energy of all of us when we're, you know, when they're live performing. I do know that to be true. But they do make their money on touring and merch. They don't make the money on the record sales anymore. So that really changed the industry a lot. I know that. And the music labels get a lot of the majority. See, I'm really glad that you're actually saying that, because, you know, a lot of people have this conception, oh, they're just up there and they're just, you know, making all this money and they're not one of us. I mean, there's some documentaries about this, you guys, about, you know, how it's actually not all that. They're road dogs. Exactly. I mean, their health suffers at times. Their relationships suffer at times. They're talented. And, you know, when you have a gift of music and performing like John, he doesn't want to do anything else. He was born to do that. So anyway, your heartbreak song is Aerosmith Angel. Such a great song. And we'll be sharing that along, as we keep doing the ballads and we keep doing the heavy hitters. We're going to be sharing a bunch of music, you guys. And I don't even know. Yeah, a lot of them are broke at the end of the road. Sorry. I don't know why my throat. Sorry about that, you guys. We're talking so much. Yes, a lot of them end up broke at the end of the road. That is true. And, you know, like I said, it's tough on someone's body. Okay. Another thing that was really hard for John is the jet lag. Being on tour for country after country after country. I would say the coolest thing for him is he got to fly in the Iron Maiden. The Anthrax, opened for Iron Maiden, and he got to fly in that plane, that Iron Maiden plane. That was a cool experience for him. He loved that. But, you know, it's still exhausting. I mean, they're in one country, then they go to the next country, then they go to the next country, and they go to the next country. You have a buddy that's on the road, for train. He said the road has made him old. Yes. I mean, look at these guys. I mean, weathered guys. But they, you know, they, give us so much. Yes, exactly. Flight. Yes. And, he sat with the singer for Iron Maiden, I guess, is the pilot too. So, I mean, that was a cool tour for him for sure. But still, I mean, exhausting, right? At the same time. So anyway, back to the ballads, you guys. I live the ballads. I love the ballads. And any of you guys that, have a love that you, lost for some reason, and you can hear these songs, it takes you right back. So, you know, that's, I guess, talking about the ballads. I mean, and the musicians and everything. I mean, especially when a lot of these songs were actually written about real situations, you can hear it in the lyrics. You can hear it in the song, which leads me to The Dark Horse, which is our final song we'll be talking about. Ed Force One. That's right. Yes. You know, John Deddy, his name is John Deddy. He has an Instagram and a YouTube, so you can subscribe to him. And I think he's got pictures of that on there. So, oh, you're giving thumbs up. Yes. You know, you got to listen, relationships, just because they end doesn't mean you can't have, you know, fond memories and good feelings about somebody. So I always want him to succeed. And, you know, probably going to be drumming in some capacity. I think he just toured with Volbeat, actually. My son told me a couple weeks ago. So, and he loves Volbeat. He loves the guys with Volbeat. Anyway, okay, so back to our final song, you guys. And then it's like, it's already been 40 minutes with you guys. I swear, every time you need my respect. Okay, I love it. Um, yes, the ballad that still sticks with me in the gut is Every Rose Has Its Thorn. I almost picked that song to go up against the REO song, but we can do that in future ballad battles. So that is definitely one that we're going to have to throw out there for future battles. And I'll tell you guys about that. If you guys are new to the channel, you have no idea what I'm talking about. I'll let you guys know about that. So the dark horse in the ballad competition, and I want you guys to actually think about this, okay? It's Amanda by Boston. Okay, you might kind of go, Amanda by Boston, or if you love Boston, you know exactly why I'm saying Amanda by Boston, okay? So this song came out in 1986, and it was not like the other songs, okay? There was no big music video for this song, no MTV push for this song, okay? So take that into consideration when you think about the song Amanda, okay, by Boston, okay? Didn't have what Sebastian Bach had, REO had with MTV pushing it. It was in our face all the time. No, Amanda by Boston, actually. Yeah, Volbeat's great music. Great music. So anyway, without the hype of the music videos, you guys, and the MTV push, Amanda actually you did very well. I mean, it was like a #1 song, and Boston, I mean, people love their Boston. And that song actually has a funny story also. So Tom Schultz is the one that wrote it, and it took him years, again, to perfect it, you guys. Man, these emotional songs, sometimes people don't want to put them out. They're not ready for them to be put out. It was written about a true regret. It was a song about regret, love and regret. So I mean, I think the heavy hitters are probably easy to push out there, to us, but the ballads, they get held back for a while until these guys are actually ready to actually put them out. How funny is that? I mean, I didn't even think about that, you guys. So in like a lot of the cases, the ballads are just like, nope, not ready yet. Nope, nope, nope. You have the Boston playing right now as you speak. Awesome. I love it. I am gonna share more and more Boston, you guys, because I just think that what's so incredible about Boston, it still hit #1, the song, is that it was a whisper instead of a shout, which I love. I love that. And I mean, could it be the best ballad? I mean, because of that, it didn't have the MTV push. It was more of a whisper. Amanda, I'm going to say it like a man. I mean, the lyrics there. I mean, come on. I mean, that's all about courage, about finding the love of your life and then, waiting too long to tell them. And so, again, another song where we can all relate to that. And that's why these ballads are so incredible. And that's why the music will never be as good as what we had ever. Hi from Germany. We were just talking about Germany, all the incredible music festivals actually in Germany. You guys have incredible music. Do you guys still do the big festivals there? You guys, positive masculinity. Absolutely. I love that expression. I love it. And these guys had it back in the day. I mean, they were talking about their feelings and emotions and putting it out there and vulnerability. And it's funny because I share a lot on my Instagram and Facebook. This is kind of related to what you just said. And a lot of what I share is all about, I have 2 sons also, and I never want them to feel bad about being a man in this world. And I want them to own the masculinity. And by that, I mean, being a protector, feeling like you're a protector and feeling like you honor a woman. And guess what? The woman has to honor you too. It goes both ways. So I don't ever tell them, thank you, I'm getting hearts for that. I don't ever tell my kids to put your heart out there, my boys. And, a woman has to be worthy of you too. Okay. So it goes both ways. But in a perfect world, if men are comfortable in their masculinity and women are comfortable in their femininity, it's perfect. It's a beautiful balance. And you don't give a damn, so why are you here? I think you do secretly give a damn. Otherwise, you wouldn't be listening to this. Think about it, okay? You'd be somewhere else, but you're here. You're here. So Maybe you need to get a little vulnerable, like REO Speedwagon did, or Skid Row, or Boston. I think that a lot of guys could finally listen to a song and feel their feelings for the first time, or hey, it was okay. These guys are cool. Sebastian Bach is cool, and he's singing about this. And so it really kind of gave you guys, I guess, the freedom, to say, hey, you know what? Yeah, that breakup sucked, and I'm down. I'm down on this, and this song, is just what I needed. So I think there is definitely a place for the ballad. I think it's definitely a place for men to be singing. If you think about all of the power ballads, you guys, of the 80s, mostly men. Some women, but mostly men sing these songs, these iconic songs. So there's something to be said about that as well. So I think it's really cool. So anyway, you guys, okay, it is now 4:42. I think it's time that we are going to head out. 80s were shit. I don't know if that means shit good or shit bad. I don't even think I can say that word on YouTube. Thanks a lot, dude. I guess that could be an expression that you thought it was great. So I really don't know. And now you just made me say that word. So I hope I don't get a strike for that. Darn it. Anyway, my bad. So anyway, back to the ballads. So if you guys want to go back and voting just means giving it a heart and a comment on Boston Amanda. Did I maybe convince you that Boston Amanda may be the one? I don't know, maybe. Or maybe it's the heartbreak anthem that is the Skid Row, I Remember You, or it's the Powerhouse anthem, ballad anthem by REO. If you guys make a comment on one of those videos, you're eligible to win a prize. And there's more on that coming soon in a couple weeks, okay? And these are going to be things that you guys are going to want to win. So that's all you need to do to enter. You have to be a subscriber though, okay? But yes, this is to keep it fun. And this is basically me giving back because this channel is growing because of you guys. You guys are choosing the music for this channel that is making it grow the way it's growing. So I have to give thanks where credit is due, and that is to the crew. Okay? You guys are picking the songs. The channel is growing because of the songs that you guys are picking. I'm never going to forget that. Ever. Okay? So that's why I thought, let's make this fun. And you guys can win some prizes along the way. Okay? So we are doing that. You love the 80s, then you'll love our channel. We do too. Our crew is awesome. We're a great group of people. If somebody says something stupid or goofy on any comments now, I don't leave them there. They're an immediate block. They're banned from my channel. They can't come back. Okay, so one strike and you're out. I'm not giving you guys any more chances to put up any negativity on our channel anymore. If you disagree about the music, I don't consider that hate. If you disagree about politics, I don't consider that hate. If you say something ugly or mean, that's hate. One strike, you're out. Okay? We don't have time for that. There's too many amazing, incredible people on our crew. I'm trying to keep the energy the energy is going to go along with our crew values, which is number one, respect. That's why we have so many former military people on our channel, because they wouldn't hang around if we put up with, bullying or mean, goofy comments. Okay. So they're not going to put up with that. So anyway, so we are protecting the crew energy and keeping it all about love, right? Love and support, love and respect. That's also another good word. So anyway, that is it for today. Okay, you guys, what I wanted to say, pure goddess in my sweats. I love it. This is what I think. And my ex has always told me this, and maybe, I don't know, maybe you guys just say that, but they used to always say that they liked me best in actually one of their t-shirts was probably their favorite. But just, in my sweats and, hanging out, that was kind of always the way you guys feel the same way about your significant others, your wives, your girlfriends, when they come out of the room and they're, getting their cup of coffee in the morning and they're wearing your shirt if you're lucky, or, just some comfy sweats. I mean, she's beautiful, right? I think so. So anyway, that's, kind of how I dress for the most part. So these Monday, Wednesday, Friday lives, likely I'm going to be, in sweats. Hopefully that doesn't, turn any of you guys off. But if you're anything like my exes, you guys actually prefer a woman that's not wearing a lot of makeup and doesn't really, there, I'm getting hearts. Okay. So yeah, that's why you're part of the crew. See, I know. Yeah. And those women, if you guys are on this live and you're like me, join this crew, because that's how we are. Once we do the crew trips, we'll probably all be wearing this in the hotel lobby, so we'll recognize each other. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. All right, you guys. So it is now 4:50 and I'm going to get off this live. So Wednesday we've got another live, probably about the same. Actually, it's not going to be the same time. No, it is going to be about the same time, 2:30. And we are going to be talking about the heavy hitters. So we're going to be getting into the Scorpions on Wednesday, Guns N' Roses, and Motley Crue. Okay, so we're going to be talking about all of that. So come with your best concert stories, your very best songs, favorite songs that you love. And I want you guys to tell me why you think Scorpions, Motley Crue, or Guns N' Roses had the best heavy hitter song in the 80s, okay? Thank you. You take care as well. So we're going to be doing that on Wednesday. And then you guys, that's our final live for 1984. We're going into 1985 on Friday. I haven't even looked at the music that came out in 85 yet. I'm assuming it's incredible. So that Friday will be the first live we do on 1985. And that's going to be an album of the day. And that's going to be somebody else that we're going to be featuring. Don't know who that is yet. But anyway, we've got 2 more lives for 1984. Well, it's this one and the one on Wednesday. So please join me on Wednesday. If you guys want to talk about Guns N' Roses, or Scorpions. I know I've got a lot of Scorpions won, the battle, you guys. And, actually, the Scorpions fans do not want Guns N' Roses or Motley Crue to take it from them. Scorpions fans are really, I'm learning a lot about you guys. They are very loyal and they believe that they are the best, like the best of the best, like the GOAT. So I would love to hear you guys, why you guys feel, you guys share with me, I know on the music every day, but why you guys are so passionate about the Scorpions. I know they're incredible. They've got an iconic, they actually beat out Rat. So if you guys weren't here for that, they took out Rat. So, I mean, a lot of you guys weren't surprised. Rat's pretty good though. And maybe they'll be back for a future heavy hitter. But let's see if Guns N' Roses or Motley Crue can take them. I don't know though. I'm not sure. I think if I had to pick one, I think it would be Motley Crue. Kickstart My Heart has a shot. So, anyway, we will see. I don't know. Rock You Like a Hurricane is actually the Scorpion song that's up for it right now. So, it's a great song. So anyway, you guys, come check out our live on Wednesday. If you, yeah, the 80s rocked. I know. How many bands have I mentioned, you guys, on this live? Okay. And all of them were iconic. All had at least, 5, if not 10 or more great songs. Alice in Chains, incredible. They all had amazing songs. So it's like all in one year, and then one decade. That's why we're spending so much time doing this. And a lot of people say this is it's my first time I've ever done this. I've never literally gone through the music 1 year at a time with a group of rad people ever in my life. And we're doing this for the first time. So we're doing it together, which is awesome. And I don't think anyone else is doing this on YouTube. I couldn't find it. That's why I created this channel, because I'm like, somebody's got to do this. So we're doing it. We're the first. We're the OGs. I love it. So anyway, you guys, Appetite for Destruction is the best album of any of those bands. Okay, well, let's see. Let's see who pulls it off. Rat was incredible, of course. Yeah, so anyway, you guys, I'm headed off. It's now been almost an hour with you guys, which I love. I absolutely love. And see you guys on Wednesday, same time. And I look forward to talking about the heavy stuff on Wednesday, a little bit more of that. And we're going to have some more 1984 music to share. And that's about it, you guys. I will, thanks a lot for, and not, if you say no thanks, then move on. Your time is valuable, like ours. And, you know, this isn't for everybody. And I don't want it to be for everybody, actually. I only want it to be for people that really want to do this together as a group, of cool people that, you know, are positive and see the value in this. Those are the people that I want, you know, here with us. If it's not for you, then, you know, go somewhere. There's another channel that's better for you. I really mean that. Like, find your people, find your crew. We have found our crew. Find your crew. Okay. Rest in peace, Ozzy, of course. And okay, Granny. Exactly. Yes. By calling me Granny. Yes. Go find your crew. This isn't it. Okay. On that note, Ozzy Osbourne, we lost Ozzy Osbourne. We also lost Ace. You know, we're going to be losing more and more, you guys. Of the songs that I featured last week, you guys, we had the Cars that we featured on Friday, and Prince, and all three of them are gone. The two Cars, Benjamin and Rick and Prince, okay? 3 are gone. The 4th was Phil Collins, and I don't even know how Phil Collins is doing these days, which actually makes me sad because he's MIA, and I hope he's okay. But anyway, that should tell you that, like, you know, we just don't know how much time these guys have left. And in some cases, you know, they're already gone. They're no longer with us, but at least we have their music still. So anyway, that's why I do feel that this is important, okay? So anyway, you guys, on that note, and Lane, I'm sorry. I almost totally forgot that. I am so sorry. Of course. Lane, and that just was right after Ace. Boom, boom. That was tough. That was like a gut punch, another gut punch right there. So anyway, appreciate the music, you guys. Appreciate you. Appreciate the time we have here on this planet. Let's get the most out of it we possibly can. Another great live with you guys. I love it every single time I'm on these lives. This has been awesome. And for the people watching in the replay, hopefully you guys got the energy, the vibe of the crew, because I mean, I'm seeing the comments and 99% of them are awesome. We just have some goofballs, but whatever. That's the way it goes. Thank you so much. And you guys, I'll see you guys on Wednesday, 2:30, same time. Yeah, let's talk about Triumph. Oh, I love Triumph. You just said Triumph. So good. Okay, you guys, hopefully you guys have a great evening. And, as always, awesome hanging out with you guys. See you guys on Wednesday. And, yeah, put in your requests too. If you want to, on any song, put in your request for 84. It's not too soon to pick songs for 85 as well. 85 is right around the corner. And then, also you can use community. Community is open for you guys. And some of you guys do post, do request and trivia in the community. That's open for you guys as well. So anyway, on that note, I am out of here, you guys. Okay. Can you tell I hate saying goodbye? It's horrible. I don't want to say goodbye. You guys are awesome. Okay. You think I'm smart? I think yeah, actually, I do think I'm smart. So I think a lot of you guys are smart too. All right. On that note, you guys, I'm out. Talk to you soon. Bye.